It's your musical. There are crowds in many places. In every community, you can see. So if you see crime unfolding, don't take law in your hand for the real authority. That it can't take care of it. Crime stopper here for us. Bring safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor. If you see a human target, enemy you cheche. Do well for your safety. If you see a don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, let's stopping crime for all of us. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, let's stopping crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Sion.
Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, let's stopping crime for all of us. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, let's stopping crime for all of us.
Robbie, why you taking?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh, no, Charles. Tell me about it.
Exeter's Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of crop beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exeter's Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Full Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athletes and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
He said, when you want some more, I provide. So we start to come. Someone said, going to 24, put in total each key.
Chicken say, it's a classic.
good morning, good morning to the peace loving people of Liberia. Welcome to another presentation. Welcome to another day as we drive you through stories making headlines in the print media on this beautiful and lovely Tuesday, the 15th day of July, and the year is 2025. My name is Wendell Nimne, and I'm here this morning with the 444 House, Esther Daku, Aliyu Masale, and Gus Koma. Esther, good morning.
Good morning, Winter. Good morning to God and Aliyu. And also good morning to all of you listening this morning, whether you're following us online or the radio. I want to say good morning to you. I'm glad to be that I'm here and I can share my own thoughts on the various issues that we have going on in our country.
Okay, Gus, Aliyu, good morning.
Good morning, Esther. Good morning, Mr. Good morning, Gus. But on.
It sounds so low,
Yeah,
so very low.
Gus, are you there?
yeah. Gus,
Yeah, I'm here. I wasn't sure if the man was done. This is Gus. Good morning, Wendell. Good morning, Esther. Good morning, Aliyu.
Yeah.
Gus Palmer. Glad to be here.
all right, so that's it, folks. We have the full house, and Randy Dapo is about to join us so we can discuss. I think this day is going to be centered around the July 17th protest. With just 2 more days to go, I know a lot of people listening will want to make their input because we just have 2 more days to go. So we are getting ourselves prepped up. Maybe we can take one or two headlines, and then from there we can start the talking points on this edition of the program. So shortly we have with us the man Randy Apple. Well, let's see this story. This is a very interesting story here before me. Okay, let's see this story. We hope the internet will be good for us this morning. So I'm trying to get this story here. This story about the Chief Justice Designate
Mr.
Yama Kwekwebisi. So let's see.
Mr. Mike,
Hmm?
I don't know, but you getting that running?
Yes, I'm getting a little bit of it.
Yeah, I don't know. But
We can manage. We can manage it like that. Yeah,
Alright.
let's
before you go, it get worse.
we can manage it like that. So I'm trying to pop up this story here. Okay, man, what's this? What is this? The story is sozinho. Okay, I don't know, but yes, let's see what it says here. It says, please be watching out for Randy. All right, it says Chief Justice Designate Yama Bese reaffirms Supreme Court's ruling on House impasse in favor of former House Speaker Kofa and colleagues was erroneous, which is for constitution overhaul at confirmation hearing. The Chief Justice designate of the Supreme Court of Liberia, Yama Bese, has called for a review of the 1986 Liberian Constitution to reflect contemporary time and happenings. Bese, who is presently one of the associate justices at the Supreme Court, was recently nominated to the position by President Joseph Nima Bwaka. Speaking when he appeared for confirmation hearing before the Senate Committee on Judiciary, Human Rights Claims and Petition, Associate Justice Bese maintained that the Constitution must be reviewed to ensure that it is in the conformity with present day realities. He noted that delay over the revision of the Liberian constitution now constrains the courts to render its opinions in line with the intent of the framers of the Constitution in 1986. He stated that no ruling from the court should go contrary to the intent of the framers of the Constitution in the absence of its Constitution review process. All right, Justice Wese maintained that there is an immediate need for the review of the Liberian Constitution. We should go back to the Constitution, identify those issues that are not in conformity with contemporary realities, find out those issues and address it. Discouraging juror trial, he said, land and the consistent change of jurors continue to overcrowd the courts with cases in Liberia. He noted that the current laws does not allow the empaneling of jurors to serve or hear two different cases at the same time. As a result of this, Justice Wesley observed that the courts continue to be overwhelmed with cases. If you go to a particular court and the juror is empaneled, all the other cases have to wait until that juror is over, and the court term is only 42 days. By the time you have disposed 3 or 4 cases within that term, about 10 other cases have been filed. We maintain that this issue is continuously contributing to the hike in the number of cases on the court's docket. If we only had the issue of juror trial where a particular judge can sit down and hear 2 to 4 cases at the same time, we are going to move cases faster. Justice Wizard claimed that Liberia remains the only country in West Africa where a juror trial is mandatory. He emphasized that this kind of judgment is making the adjudication of cases in a timely manner by the courts difficult or inefficient to work. We'll leave it right there. Those of you listening, you can grab a copy of the daily. Did I say daily? That's the front page Africa newspaper. All right. So let's get to more stories here. Let's follow more stories. Let's take. Let's see. Right. Let's take this story. This story we do. It says ANC Youth Congress challenges Waka administrations on governance and economy and justice. Speaking, it says the National Youth Congress of the Alternative National Congress has issued a scathing critique on the administration of President Waka, targeting its performance on governance, economic management, and justice. Speaking at a press conference over the weekend, ANC Youth Congress Secretary General Aliyu Kiadi emphasized the group's commitment to holding power accountable. He stated that their role is not to appease power but to confront it, pledging to present truth unfiltered, unbought, and unbending. Kiadi opened by acknowledging the efforts of both past and current Liberian administrations for the country's successful and uncontested election to the United Nations Security Council, calling it a symbol of Liberia's enduring diplomatic capital. However, he quickly cautioned that symbolic achievements must be backed by substance. A seat at the global table means little if we bring no voice, no vision, and no agenda, he said. All right, so in light of shifting global alliances, which he described as marked by Western hegemony, Eastern resurgence, and global South realignment, Haiti won against Liberia, becoming okay. Right. It says becoming a pawn in international power struggles. We call on the Bouakai administration to urgently develop and publish a comprehensive sovereignty diplomatic strategy. Esther, let me stop right here. There is this press release before us. I think we have to run through this quickly and then send controls to you. We're just going to take few stories from Esther and then we come and talk. We're pushing our talking points these few days on the protest. So it says here, anti-crime activists, ACL Liberia, human rights consultancy firm accredited. It says here, endorsement release. Anti-crime activists slash Liberia unbending and unwaveringly have pledged and endorsed the July 17, 2025 Enough is Enough protestation headed by STAN, a civil rights movement among others. Political actors as well as disenchanted Liberians aims at restoring Liberia's fragile democracy where uncontrollable systematic corruptions, widespread culture of impunity, arbitrary arrest and detention, incommunicado of torture, unlawful imprisonment, and the clampdown of free press and movement. In view of the furtherance, the anti-crime activists slash Liberia forthwith remain strongly undaunted and endorse the democracy tendency protestation under Article 1, 13 and 17 of the 1986 Liberia Constitution. Liberians crying for justice, human rights, free press and movement, nepotism, accountability, police brutality. This press release is approved by the National Executive Director and Board Chair of the Anti-Crime Activists slash Liberia. So Esther, I think we can stop here and let's get few stories from you. Then we can send controls to our guys. Then we start the talking points this morning.
Thank you very much. So we just look at your signature headlines.
Mm-hmm.
And this says no request made for Liberia to take U.S. deportees. And I think you heard it happening in the public that the conversation from President Trump and President Walker had.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if I can go to
That is yes, man. You can run to line. Yes, man. You can do that.
Okay. And so we have it right here, right before me. The government of Liberia has denied reports that it has agreed to the U.S. request to receive deported migrants from the United States amid growing concern following a router report that President Donald Trump pressed 5 African nations, including Liberia, to serve as a destinations for undocumented immigrants. Really? Responding to inquiries, the executive mansion said that no formal request has been made by the U.S. government to Liberia on this matter. The White House has made no such request. So the government of Liberia said Presidential Press Secretary Fula B. O'Connor in a brief statement to the Observer. The Reuters article published on July 10 cited unnamed sources suggesting that Trump's administration was exploring migration agreements with a handful of African countries as part of its effort to curb undocumented immigration. The report triggered immediate public concern in Liberia with questions raised about whether the country is still recovering from economic hardship and a fragile security sector is equipped to absorb a wave of migrants, particularly those expelled on grounds of criminal behavior in the U.S. Pressed for clarification, President Walker addressed the issue directly in an interview in Washington with Front Page Africa, saying, "I didn't get the impression that the Americans were pointing a gun at anybody's head to sign anything. What the Americans are saying is that They have asylum seekers that have been here for 5 years. They like to those that have been causing problems. They want to send them out of the country to elsewhere. They are not forcing anybody, but they want for us to know that this is a concern that they have, and they are seeking how we can contribute. How can we help? And we have to show them that for the relationship, it is an equal concern for them. It's sometimes that we have to think about, or it's something that we have to think about. If and when they begin to ask us, we will know how to respond to it. Meanwhile, the Liberian leader recently visited Washington to produce several outcomes, most notably President Buhari request for U.S. assistance in conducting a nationwide geological survey to assess the country's full mineral potential. This request aligns with Liberia's broader push to diversify its economy and attract personal or responsive investment. The mineral discussion follows a landmark of U.S. $1.8 billion rail access agreement Liberia signed with Avanho, Liberia, just before the Washington trip. The agreement grants the U.S.-backed mining company access to transport Guinea iron ore across Liberia to the port of Buchanan, offering a more commercially viable route than through Guinea's port of Conakry. The deal marks a direct challenge to ArcelorMittal Liberia's long-standing control of the Naked Buchanan Railroad and position to the U.S. as a growing player in the West African mineral logistics space. Asked whether Liberia support the U.S. policy to counter China's growing influence on the continent, the presidential press secretary offered a measured response. Liberia has diplomatic relationships. Relationships are different, said Fofana, that we have. Our interest is to engage international.
No volume. Mr. Nimle. Yeah, there's nothing we can hear.
Are you not hearing us?
That guy is reading, but
Oh,
Are you sure you're not hearing us?
we hearing you now.
The grinding is very bad.
Yes.
yeah.
We
I
just have
noticed
to
that.
manage it because when we do anything, it means we have to let you guys go. So we just got to manage it like that.
Yeah, but it went absolutely bad and we're not even hearing your him.
Okay. So
But
is it better now?
absolutely yes.
Okay. So we done?
No.
Okay.
And so let's see this. I know. Not for now yet. The ground. And so this is I think we have two more. Government welcomes July 17th protests. Okay, that's a good one. Waka pays touching tribute to late Buhari. So far, these are all of the stories from what we have.
Okay, Esther. Thank you very much. But I think our talking points today will center around the July 17th protests and other national issues. So we have with us our man Randy Dapo has just joined the show, but we have to take our break. When we come back, we'll go straight up to our team in the USA, Gus Aliu and Randy Dapo. So let's take word from our sponsors and be right back.
So, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh no, Charles, tell me about it.
Exeter's Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exeter's Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Full Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athletes and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
Easy, when you want some more, I provide. So we start to talk. Come on, so going to 24. Put in total EGK. We are living since.
It's about musical. There are crowds in many places. In every community, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hand for the right authority. But it can't take care of it. Crime Stopper here for us. Bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor. If you see you must talk it. I mean you check. Do it for your safety. If you see don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, old man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia. On the center to interior, Crime Stopper, keeping us safe.
Crime Stopper Liberia from the city to the interior. Folks, welcome back to the show, the free news. Like we said, we have with us J. Randy Dapo. Randy has just joined the conversation, and before we already introduced to you Aliyu Masale and Gus Coleman, but it's like Gus left us, maybe he will come back. So let's send controls to our United States partners to hear from them. I don't know who's going to take the lead, Aliyu or Randy.
Well, we know you're running the show, so you need to call out.
Okay, so Randy, you just coming, you can greet the audience and then we go back to Aliyu. So you greet the audience first and then Aliyu will come in.
Yes, let me say good morning to the Freedom family out there, both domestically and internationally. This is J. Randy. I'm not stranger to you guys, but for those who are a new generation of politicians or those who are fans of politics, I've been around for a while and I'm always in and out, but the conversation is a constant variable. That means that the issue in the country will always be discussed, whether I'm on or not. But again, I would like to say a big thank you to the team, Wendell, to you, and what is sister name? And what's your partner name, Wendell? What's her name again? Okay, Esther, and to Esther too, she had done a tremendous job over the years, and I just want to extend my appreciation for informing the people of Liberia. So back to you, Wendell.
Thank you, Leo. Let's hear from you. 2 days to enough was enough protest. Let's hear from you.
J. Randy Dapo.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
No bad, sir. Yeah, the enough protests we've been hearing about the protests for the past, or I think 3 to 4 months now, and today the 15th, we get 2 more days to the protest, and this protest is necessary because we see what is happening in the country today, or everything the Unity Party campaign against the CDC, they are doing times 10. And during that under protest, they were there, bring our 16 billion, bring our this. But this enough is enough protest. What is happening in the country is even say more than their 16 billion they were asking for. And I will always say this, for me, I support the protest because we know what our people are going through in the country, because we pray for a better Liberia, because anything happen to Liberia, it also affect us here, because that's where we came from. We have our family there. So we're not safe to see this kind of lawlessness going on. I think so far this government, the only thing I can say they have achieved is wage hunt, or dividing the country on a daily basis. That's the only achievement of this administration. But today, when you talk about people dying all in the street, you talk about hardship, unemployment, or disrespect for rule of law, the constitution, and it is just so much happening in the country. And we want to see this protest being carried out and well organized. For me, I would say the only advice I have for the protesters, not everybody going to protest. Other people feel like they are not going to be part of it. Other people are like, they okay with how they are living. So this protest, if you are satisfied with what is happening in the country, your living condition, you don't have to be part. So the protesters should be able to open corridors for people to move freely, or not to go and be blocking ways for other people. That's one of my advice. And again, don't go out there when you see any lawmaker car, government official car, and then you start knocking on it. No, I won't advise you to do that. You get to government agency, ministry, your team, you pass by them, you go and present your petition to President Bwaka or whosoever he will send to come and receive it. That's all I have to say on this protest, and we pray that it should go on peacefully and successfully. As we see another people came out, they say COP, JKK, and JMB, or whatsoever, picture or whatsoever. And today we see the Unity Party distancing themselves from these people. And for me, I see it as another rhetoric. This is something that they already plan to do, but because people are talking this, so they are acting like they are distancing themselves, but they are in support of it. And the only thing I would say to Moluba Molu and everybody that organizing the protest, it had to be something we call security on security, SOS, or they should make sure they have men among them that will be there to be looking out. Anybody you see strange and you see they are doing things you're not satisfied with, you arrest them and turn them over to the Liberia National Police immediately. Because the way the whole thing is coming on now, there are plenty people among them. You will go see somebody with band there. They say, oh, and they said our peaceful protest, the other person get there, the other person get pistol. We are here, but we are also informed. So they shouldn't just sit there and forget about themselves. Those Unity Party people, they were playing people among them. They had to be very vigilant. Joseph Bwaka is going after all his political opponents and looking at this protest. Yesterday, it was good for them to protest, but today they know that protest is not good. So they will do everything to try to destroy the protest or to arrest people again on that day, to brutalize people and jail them. So they had to be very careful. So that's what I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Aliyu. Let's hear from our man Randy. It's been a while, having Randy on the previews. So Randy is here. As a matter of fact, he's not here as a guest. All right, Randy is here as one of the panelists. So let's go to Randy Dapo to make his info.
Yes, Wendell, speaking about the protest is all part of the responsibility of the fourth estates that include the citizenry, because they cannot immediately put into place laws. And if for some reason they try to reach out to their district representative, sometimes the guys don't really pay attention to them because of the orbit they find themselves in, that kind of segregate the population they represent, and therefore the community as a whole can gather up. And if there's any other civil society or political opposition, they all can team up together. The purpose of having or staging protests is not to create instability. It is to call for a change. But the change is coming from a massive people who voted for the leaders, but they feel that they are not being listened to. So the only thing they can do is to peacefully assemble, which is part of their constitutional duty. That's why it's listed within the Constitution. It's not like a coup d'etat. It's not like a rebel movement. No, those are non-constitutional activities, and they are not part of that. What I would like to comment here, firstly, is, and Wendell, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe the Minister of Justice has given the green light for the protest to take place. Right, Wendell?
Exactly.
Okay, so that means that they have met the requirement of going out there. The leaders within the different protest groups, they now need to conduct themselves, maybe today, tomorrow, assemble with some objective of having what I would describe as a daily huddle. A daily huddle is a quick meeting where the leaders can assemble for 10, 20 minutes to discuss what the protest should be all about, what are the placards they're going to have, and what are the messages, and then most importantly, what are they going to be doing on the street, who's going to be leading the group. And it's very sad to see the police under Gregory Cuomo trying to paint the image of something they had not seen, but creating that image of instability in the country. I have seen videos where the police are dancing, they are doing push-up, and some of the capture says, we are preparing for the protest. For Jesus Christ's sake, we know we've been on the TSN early time. Some are getting old now. When will we learn to be very professional? The police is there to protect and serve. The Justice Minister who oversees the function of the police has given the green light. So why is the police on Gregory Cuomo trying to create different video clips here and there to show to our partner, to show to the world that this is going to be a war and on the day of the protest? I thought that was very, very bad image of our country, and we are not learning anything. But here's the thing. I am very optimistic that the protest is going to be a peaceful one, and I don't want people to think that it is CDC protest. This protest is a collaboration of members of different communities that include Unity Party, CDC, and the entire population at large. So no one should go out there and say opposition protest. No, these are Liberians who are not happy with the function of the government, and there are major issues in the country like mysterious deaths, all right, political witch hunt, and the seizure of freedom of speech. These are all constitutional violations that the population of people has seen, and that is why they're coming out to voice their opinion. What the end goal may be, well, the government, under the leadership of President Bourgault, can take the petition. The reason the people are giving the petition, that petition could become a policy of the government. That petition could become a law of the government. And that is why at the end of every protest, there is a message that is handed over to the authority. That message is not just a flamboyant message. It is a message of what the population think the government can do by reading what is in that message and taking the appropriate action to ensure that the government is there to serve the people. So we look forward to that. The only thing I did not hear so far, Wendell and Esther, if you can correct me, I don't know whether the protest is going to be a match directly to the executive mansion, or it's just going to be a protest in place. Maybe everyone will be assembling at the executive mansion or wherever they located. I mean, where around their mansion they have located for them to assemble, where the person will come down to receive the petition, or it's just going to be a protest, on the principal street of Monrovia. If that is the case, then the police through the Justice Ministry, I hope by then and now they have coordinated how the civilian population within the protest and the other Liberians, such as the drivers and other business people, going to conduct their affair simultaneously. So those are something that we'll be looking forward to, and that will determine the leadership of the government as far as managing the services they provide for all Liberians. Back to you, Wendell.
Thank you very much, Randy. But something I just can speak to, those designated areas where the protesters will assemble to give their petition. But what we heard from one of the guys, one of the organizers, that is that the police or the authority have given them the Todman Boulevard and the Japan Freeway.
Okay.
All right. So they wouldn't have access to Jalatown and by the route around the Ministry of Information. But there are other areas. So the question was, since the police is telling you guys that you will not use the information ministry, where are you going to, assemble to give your petition?
That's a valid question there, Wendell. I don't mean to cut you off. So as long as I've been away from Monrovia, I used to be around town, in the town, so I know exactly what you're talking about. So they are restricting the protesters from going around the basic and more administrative arms of the government function. That means that entire Capitol Hill, that includes Broad Street, that includes Cinco 12th Street around the Pan African Plaza. They are saying that those areas are non-negotiable. They cannot come over there. Is that why it is so far from geographic description?
No, I don't think so.
Just
but
the back,
just the back.
where the executive function.
Yeah, you know what? They got the Ministry of Information.
Yeah, the Ministry of Information coming down from Shadow High School. They're coming to
Oh,
that area.
exactly.
Okay.
So that area will be a no-go zone for them.
Okay.
They will only have access to the Japan Freeway coming all the way to town.
Okay.
They will also have access on the main boulevard.
Okay.
From the ELWA junction all the way to town. But what we call the last bus stop would be maybe somewhere before the Monrovia City Corporation.
Okay. So if they establish that buffer there, you asked a very valid question. And
so
I don't know.
Randy was right. So that means the entire Capitol building, no one's going to pass around that. That's what it means.
So where are they going to assemble to give their petition? That's the question.
And Wendell, I don't mean to cut you off, but if that mandate was issued, because I believe I saw a request from the Justice Ministry asking the protester leaders to attend a meeting, and I think Mobile Moru was mentioned. If that meeting was held and the detail, the layout of the protest pathway, when the question that you're asking, when that mandate was issued, like, okay, you guys are restricted in the certain perimeters of town, I think the question from the protester will be, well, we are not just protesting on the street for people to see us. At the end of the day, our protest has a document that we would like to present to the government of Liberia. So if you guys are issuing all these restrictions, from both sides of town, how are we going to present the document? And then you can set example such an example. During the WIA administration, we saw a female going to the spot of the executive mansion and issue these things. We understand that the law can change because there's a new government. The rule changed because this is a new government. But our goal here is we would like to present our petition to the president. So you tell us, how are we going to present this to the president? I did not hear that. You asking that. That's why sometimes a public relation officer, when the organization are trying to convey a message, they need to have a public relation people who will relay this information, because we have roughly about less than 2 days for the protest, and they sat there and allow the justice ministry to dictate the process, and now they are faced now with how do we get that? Guess what? The government is good at prolonging things. They can say, you know what? Why don't you guys just protest and then we'll reconvene again for another meeting to determine how we're going to get a document to the president? And guess what? They're going to kill the image, the spirit of the protest, because the government may drag it on and just after 2 weeks and say, just give the people will carry it. And I mean, the aim of that protest, it did not achieve the ultimate goal that it wanted. So that's a very valid question. I hope they can call in the show when they are to tell us how they're going to give that argument. So whether your show or any show, I would like to know.
Thank you very much. That's the voice of the talking Randy Dapo. Randy is here with us this morning, and we also have Aliyu Masale. Is Gus back? All right, Gus is not back yet. So we'll shortly open up the phone lines. Those of you who are members of STAN, you need to call in if you are listening to update us on, the zones that were designated for the protesters and the no-go zones for the protesters. So if you are listening, you can call and make that clarity on the show. So we are about to go to the phone lines. Call us on 0776 104 104 0886 500 104. The WhatsApp line is +231 886 500 104. All right, we'll get to the comments, read a few comments, but we want to do a condolence treat for our sister, Mrs. Joyce Wem. Joyce is an ardent follower of Freedom FM, and she lost her nephew. So we want to say to you, Joyce, our deepest condolences from the entire Freedom FM family. And Liberia, we also lost a veteran journalist, Max Willie. Those of us from the old school, all right, you know who Max Willie is. He was a newscaster at the Liberia Broadcasting System. So we lost Max Willie, and to the Willie family, we want to say, take heart. So our lines are active. You can call in and make your contribution. 0776 104. The female line is 0770 297 016. Let's take this person as our very first caller. Good morning. Yeah, Gabriel Ma, welcome to the show. Let's hear your contribution, Mr. Ma.
Thank you very much, brother. We are into this protest, and this protest is the heavy table. Like friend people, we have to go all out there. But I just wanted to mention something here. Like you guys already said, we are very much informed that these guys are planning to put people among the protesters to pretend to be part of the protesters. We will accept it. But we're going to be our own security, and we will help the police people to arrest anybody that will carry on any disorderly conduct. Meaning that we know we the protesters, we are going peacefully. So if anybody behaves disorderly who pretend to be one of us, we will touch that person and send them over to the police. So let them be relaxed and march and watch us going.
Thank you.
I want them to know that we're not just coming around Capitol Building or whatever. The protest will be carry on simultaneously around Liberia. So those that will be the Capitol Building will be people from District 8, District 7, and District 9. The rest of the other people, I know some people might want to go to town, or the rest of the people will be in their respective districts. So let them know they're going to prevent people from going to present their petitions. Now, if we can't go to where we're supposed to go, the Executive Mansion or Capitol Building, then where do we carry the petitions? Dropping in the street, like they are urinating in the street. Carry the petitions to offices. But thank you for your time.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
therefore, we observe it. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Gabriel. That's the voice of Gabriel Ma. Let's take this person. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Nimnes.
Yes, good morning. Welcome to the show.
I'm patient pray for tomorrow.
Welcome, patient. Let's hear you.
Yeah, Mr. Nimnes, I want to ask the people when they were doing their own in the country, who ever said their own pastor or no pastor? Is it the law?
I know, eh?
Yeah, you have to put it just zero barrel, Mr. Nimnes. I want to put a point big barrel with the people. When you are protesting, yes, so we are all telling your pastor, your no pastor, your pastor, your no pastor. The article in the constitution that tells you when you protesting, you pass pastor, don't pass the other side, don't pass the other side. The potential power, Mr. Nimnes, will let it in out.
I know.
That's what we're doing on the day, yes, finish.
So are you going to be a part of the protest?
I will not be part, Mr. Nimnes, because that's only on my mind,
Okay.
yeah, I will not be part, I will be part with them.
But you support it.
100%.
Oh,
I support your chest. I support it. I'll be part with both. I'll be going there. I'll
okay.
be part with them.
All right, patience. Thank you. Thank you, patience. Thank you very much. Let's talk to another person. Let's talk to this person. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, Amos is my name. I'm calling from Kansas City.
Go ahead, Amos. Let's hear you.
Yeah, I think they go Thursday. And some guys, and they just in school building my door in there. They said they will call my recording man to come and demand a protest. But
They were called by who, man?
Yeah, I recall the guy, I recall him calling me. I didn't matter. Because I'm not my son. So, actually, I was like, for me to do their recording. But I was calling them all, so they got only show the money, but they were going to answer my call. So, I got to be very careful.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for that information. Let's take this person. Hello, we have to let you go with that feedback. You call us with feedback. You think we'll keep you on the line because you won't talk? Let's talk to this person. Hello?
Good morning, Mr. Newman.
Good morning. Welcome to the show. Your name and where you join us from?
This is David King, and I do join you from somewhere in Monrovia.
All right. Welcome, David. We have Esther, Randy, and
Daddy,
Aliyu.
Daddy, how you doing? Let me say good morning to Daddy. Let me say,
okay.
I don't know whether it's afternoon time to Aliyu and Gus and that of Rennie. Yeah, you see, Mr. Newman, yesterday I was fortunate to have gone to my sister's lane somewhere. I'm born naked in my body. It will surprise you to know that one nigga got a lot of young people in our place singing water songs. You know those songs the guys used to sing when they are going to the war.
Mm.
And they were there chanting. And I asked the fellow who only my sister is there. I asked him, I said, well, where is song coming from? He said, 2 weeks ago, the boat that coming here. One nigga got them over there. They said they're taking training. So I said, well, what's the training for? Is there a people coming protest? Is there the people that will go there to deal with the protester? So then he said that to me. So I said, well, why the government was inside with Fort Naked and doing that kind of thing? Fort Naked is not a security operative. Then why are they sitting here and lying to do such a thing? You see, there's a Baka, everything that Baka ever touched, they have been destroyed. It's a Baka wants to destroy the things that we all are suffering for to bring to this country. I don't think protest should mean somebody going to take malicious, unconstitutional army or police force and have them somewhere to cause chaos. They shouldn't do this. They should stop. This protest is about the misrule that Mr. Walker is carrying on in this country with us. We cannot come here to say you came to rescue. When you got someone who has been in your house over 20 years ago, and you taking $60,000 for the central bank as rental fee. You got it out here, bought a car 4 years, you're taking $1,000 per month as car rental fee service. You can't do that. You can't do that. There's no rescue. You can't make it to schools on like you for job. The unconstitutional means of removing speaker and passing unconstitutional budget that have run out. We will shuffle and what have you, and you want us to sit here and fold our hands, look at Mr. Walker leading our country in his way, like the project for him, the law or the Walker inherited. This is not a Walker inherited. This country is for every Nigerian.
Okay.
And we have the right to come out to tell Walker enough is enough. We the people, we are saying to you, stop leading us like this. If you don't stop, we'll get you off democratically.
Thank you. We'll get you out democratically. Let's talk to this person. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the show. Let's hear you.
Yes, this is Dr. Shaki, and I see you this afternoon, Doctor.
Go ahead, Dan. Let's hear you.
Yeah, my decision has to do Mr. Como, the police RG.
Okay.
We are not going to war. We are only going to actually petition our protest as our talks to whosoever I will stand to receive our petition. So you shouldn't be carrying police around here. We on Facebook, Twitter, say the police for war. You want the police to vote for war, then you carry them to Somalia. But we will be peaceful.
Okay.
But any attempt of them coming against us, coming because we know the police, they're going to laugh. They are one for you, they're going to argue one or two times, they want something different. But by holding the teacher, best vendor, say that you just have a vocation. So they're coming around, we're coming peaceful, but if we're not peaceful, they won't come on a gas issue. And the thing that you're using against us, you're not driving that timber, or using that timber water. We wouldn't pray that we should get close to you. And when we get close to you, I will develop a different story. But
Thank you.
Nobody can stop anybody from protesting in the country. It's our right to protest. Yesterday was good. So I for the protest. Today it must be good for us to protest. Thank you for putting the time.
Thank you. Let's talk to Samuel Sayon. Samuel Sayon is on the line. I'm sorry for holding you that long, but let's hear your contribution. Good afternoon from our end.
Yeah, good afternoon, Wendell. How are you? And good afternoon to Darling and also Randy Dapo. Wendell, can you hear me?
We are hearing you loud and clear, Samuel.
Yeah, Wendell, I think Dapo put it out very sustainably. I don't know what people are taking protests to be. You know, our country is so polarized, and the kind of a low mentality we have, that's the reason why you see things happening. When you go on Facebook, you see police people behaving at FSA. I mean, when they have some friends are calling us from around the world and asking us, "Oh, what is happening to your country? What is coming to happen to our country?" The government is behaving very immature. And making actually like that there's kind of a war that's coming to happen in the country, and people are not satisfied. They have to call the government to check. There are so many missteps. The illegal dismissal of people with taking position, those are concerned. People that you met in certain position, you dismiss them, those are concerned. The president taking the country money to round $1.7 million car, those are concerned. There are several concerns in the country. And then you find our officers who supposed to be protecting life and property are the ones that on Facebook dancing and making everyone say there is war. But one thing I know that the protests will happen. The government will be called to a check, and it will be very peaceful. So we will encourage our government to be very civilized. You know, to be very civilized. June 7th on my birthday, and my whole birthday was disrupted. They were all in the street. If other day we saw security officers giving people food and water to drink, and they were all in the street protesting. They blocked roads and did other things. Why not today now? There are issues in the country, people want to call the government to check, and then the same government making it to look like, I have to say, war is coming. They need to stop it. But that's the level of education we have in our country. You think person a born nigga supposed to be the one to be talking in this country when they're
I'm telling you. I'm telling
supposed
you.
to be talking in this country when they're born naked, supposed to be talking. They can't call nobody, they're supposed to be talking. Even the leper join, you think they're supposed to be talking, but I couldn't find ourselves. You know, people who got no right to be in government are the same one that are making decisions for good people and some of us in the country. Bad people are making decisions.
Okay.
And there are a lot of good people here, but they don't want to talk. But the bad ones are parading and say all over. Well, then you go right to Sierra Leone. I know a guy in Sierra Leone for the war. He was right behind my grandmother, Banky. Banky can't even open him up to talk anything in the community. Because people, they can tell you, say, look, my man, shut him off. And you got nothing to say here. You murderer. And people are looking at them in the face and telling them what they did.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we are hailing butt naked there, on a warlord who destroy our life, destroy our future, and wants to destroy our children's future. We hailing them around here. That's the kind of a dangerous country we find ourselves in. Honestly, when I pray our leaders, our past leaders and our present leaders, they give you God's credence. Butt niggas supposed to be on Facebook.
Thank you.
Butt niggas supposed to be on Facebook when there, and we know what he did in this country. He's supposed to be talking.
Thank you, Bishop. Thank you.
It's very, very sad. Too
Thank
sad
you.
for our country.
Thank you very much. Let's go to the overseas line and talk to this person. Good afternoon from Liberia.
Okay, good morning from my end, Mr. Nimne.
Good morning.
You for calling me back. Okay. They people here, why they stopping the people from going to the center of the city? Because they know that protests can shut away investors. But they didn't know when the other government were in power, they didn't know that they stepped. So they were doing to the other government, but they shouldn't do it to them. That all they're saying, even their followers here are saying, protests can shut away investors. So we don't want them to protest. Investors, even what police doing to people can also shut away for investors. We keep telling them here. And somebody from South Africa died in a hotel today. No report on it. People dying every day. That alone can shut away investors. Be a Chinese man, I think a Chinese businessman, that alone. But now they say when they put in the street. But then we're telling them now, we told them again the last time, we're telling them they should present the petition, copy of it, to the embassy. They should allow them to reach as far as the U.S. Embassy, present copy of the petition. They should, if ECOWAS office is there, they should give it.
Okay.
We're telling them to do that.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Mom. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Let's talk to Dr. Yeke. Dr. Yeke, welcome to the show. I'm fine. Welcome.
Thank you for taking my call. Let me say hi to my daughter Esther. You understand? No, they protest are supporting 100%. Reason being the Liberian people are suffering. When they told us in the country, we're not seeing one. But you go to America, you bring good English, or there you bring good English for the suitcase, and what we eat. The person we are wearing and spoken broken English, they got hospitals in this country. Because my police today is yes, the one will say. The one will say because they say the man for good English, so he brings suitcase for the good English. And nothing you keep where we keep with Hong Kong. But when we are went to the other place, they say you want to football place, you know, spoken broken English, but the broken English are use something for us. We saw Buffalo Hospital today. We saw Brain today. On there, we said every hospital laying down there. You understand? We saw a lot of power invested in this country for the broken English man. Talk about them because they know all the books. So they get a degree for good English. He came by what he brought. He said the lie. He not say when what's everything. He not said it. He denied it, but the recording is there. So the people are disenchanted. You take people from position that is slow for the 6 years or 4 years, you took them from there. You begin somebody to check our system down, and you see it's doing the right thing. Look, a lot of businesses will have in this country to the laboratory to go our government to petition them. Who get a job? Who put in there? What a fellow? They protested almost 10 good years without no resting. Even they don't say when they throw around, we'll put it in the bed. And you stupid, we have cover. Nobody touch it. When they carry too much people, carry too much people. And what you say in this country to us? Today you fell on protest or whatever you fell on protest. So we come in, while they say we'll go to the dump out, we'll go there. But we'll come and receive our petition. That's what we want to do. If the fellow go to the capital, we want to go every story, the people in the people, the all everything. We go here at the capital, so they will see on there, no problem. But the whole world is watching. What we all about that government administration? They see it. So what the other thing they say will go, all the daughter will go, la daughter. But you never come and petition. What is it? But they want anything. They left with the best money they brought far paper foot. In document, so they take you to the document for the session. Can you imagine that we're fighting war? Yeah, we're not fighting war. Instead of protest, we will be peaceful. We are responsible for now. Go boy tire if you know capital bill. Go boy tire if you know embassy. Or go there.
Okay.
What they did, we not do it. We are responsible for go to peaceful get out of control. Right? No. Anybody pull right will arrest you. They go to the police.
Okay.
If they get it for a message, we'll put them on the head.
Okay. Thank you.
Then you behave. You say, what you human being, don't forget. You got to put it in human being. Say you think so much by yourself when you get power, and power job, you take a power job on the head. And you try this to be any protector over there, and you carry a voice, I will carry a voice. I also arrest you and tell you over. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Yeke. Let's take a few more calls, and then we'll go back to Rennie because we have one or two questions for our man Rennie. But let's talk to a few more callers. This person, hello. Hello.
Good afternoon to you, Mr. Neiman.
Yeah, good afternoon, Hussein. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, brother. Let me say good afternoon to your team of talent.
My name is Hussein Keo. I call you from my Jakarta office in District Month. So I listened to the different views from the different callers. So let me say this. The CDC has claimed to be the biggest political opposition party cannot even have their own protest, own planned protest. Now they carry under the banner of Mobile Molu and planned protest. That looks laughable. The biggest opposition political party cannot even have a planned protest. The reasons why you see that whole thing is disorganized as a limit because Mobile Molu is running a one-man show.
Why makes it disorganized?
It is organized because you guys, even in the media, are helping them. There is no publicity. If you don't ever keep them, we're not helping them in the process, that whole thing, you're going to see that no publicity is going to be done.
But 2019, and your high spoon and all the radio stations were running the protest.
This is why I appreciate you guys for being happy now because
So was that protest organized by Unity Party? Was that protest organized by Unity Party? The protest, the June 7, 2019 protest, was it organized by Unity Party?
No, it was not organized by Unity Party, right? It was not organized. So Unity Party has their own protest, can protest here in last, right? So this is not a CDC protest because I see them running away here. I have to say they have their own plan protest. This is Molu protest.
Thank you. This is Molu protest. Let's leave it right there and take this person. Hello.
Yeah, good morning, brother William.
Yeah. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you very much. You know, the protest of people are better running all around, and former president, we were working at the foreign affair at that time. When Henry Costa came in this country, and Henry Costa, we even as a citizen, we not wanted for them to pass to the main road. And they swear that day that they were going to use the main road, and he came from the foreign affairs minister to where we are, President we are working. He started the President we are and the model and whosoever. Today, they are telling us that we should get special place to pass. Everybody is free, everybody get a country. So if they will be willing to kill where the president is, everyone will going to carry our petition. So if they will kill us for going there, they will do it. But we are going to pass on the road, to go to the capital building or wheresoever Baga will be.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's go to the overseas line and take this person. Good afternoon from Liberia.
How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
Good. My name is Alston Wisa, and go by the nomenclature of the legend. And I'm calling from the USA. And I'm a supporter of this government, and I admonish every member and somebody who supports this government to remain tolerant to you all in opposition. It is your inalienable right. It's your constitutional right to protest. If it was right to protest during your government or the CDC-led government, it is also right to protest today. Liberians, I will always say this, we must always try to be tolerant toward one another.
Mm-hmm.
You can't say you as a unity party partisan, it was fine for you to protest during the we are led government. But the CDC people cannot protest today. What was wrong yesterday is also wrong today. We must try to be tolerant. And lastly, I'm going to conclude like this. I've come to the realization that Liberians, when something falls on their side, they will defend it. If it is something right on the other side, they will never accept it. I hear people talking, the country is hard. The country is hard. It's true, the country is hard. But the country was hard yesterday when George Weah left Liberia for over 30 days, a whole month, something that has never happened. Left a country to go and watch soccer. People had a rice crisis in the country. I didn't see no CDC come out to say, why is the president watching soccer? And I support his son. I support soccer. But you cannot leave for 30 days to go watch soccer while the Liberians are sleeping hungry. No CDC came on the radio to say it was wrong that the president left the country. I've said it. I'm saying it again. Liberians, they only support the things the party do. They will not support the.
But we said that's exactly what the Unity Party folks was running away at the time that the president went to witness.
I'm taking it for the window.
Yeah.
I'm taking it for the angle of it was a wrong act for a president to leave a country for over 30 days, a whole month plus, to go watch soccer while people were hungry. I didn't see no CDC contest. Let me get you from the UP angle, because I told you I'm maintaining objectivity. I'm a former journalist on the radio and TV in Liberia. People know me. I'm telling you from this angle, UP people, when the government came to power, they said they will prosecute and they will arrest people. They wouldn't stop to suspending people who do wrong. Like for instance, Amin Moda, he's not being prosecuted up to today. What's the other lady name? The IAA guy. There's so many people lined up, that are lined up right now for suspension, but none of them have gone to the extent of being investigated and jailed for criminal acts. We must criticize things that are wrong on our side, not just criticize things that are wrong on the other people's side. That's why I want the sedition and opposition today to protest, and it's their inalienable right. The only thing I wanted to do, remain in the confines of the law.
Thank you.
Wherever your right ends, another person's rights begin. I thank you for according me the opportunity again. My name is Elston the Legend Weezer. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We said thank you for your contribution. We'll stop here and then I'll go back to Randy Dapo. Randy, you're listening to all of the callers concerned. But my thing here is, what is your own advice to the protesters? Because we just 2 more days to the enough is enough protest. So what is on your plate for the protesters?
Well, we know there's a lot of things to take away from the protest. As you know, our democracy is very young. I would say our true democracy started since the election of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, and we have been trying to make sure that every package within the democratic process of our democracy are utilized on a day-to-day or government to government. From this protest, you see, there are different set of protests we have. We have the march protests, we got the rally protests, and we got the sit-in protests and others. The protests were not clearly defined. If you remember when Dr. Martin Luther King did a march on Washington and gave the I Have a Dream speech, that protest was March on Washington. It is important that some of the guys seek also expertise, especially when it comes to these things, because if the protest organizer has said, this is our protest, that is going to be a march on the Capitol, meaning that we want to stand wherever we can stand between the ministry, the executive mansion, the legislative branch of government, and the Supreme Court to petition the government on our concern. That will be a march on the Capitol. That means that is where they want to assemble to present their messages. If it's going to be a sit-in where they can go to a particular place and speak, people talk, fine. If it's going to be the rally, what they're going to organize. But that's a lesson learned. What I would like to see now is, I'm hoping that the organizer or the protest can come out today or tomorrow, but before the protest starts, and be able to coordinate things. I did hear some of the callers saying that, oh, we're going to arrest people. They are not security, so they shouldn't define themselves as security. What they can do is to rebrand themselves as the protest warning. And warning are people who guard the other rest of the people. If they can get a specific t-shirt to wear, identify themselves, and say, I'm the warning to make sure you keep people in line. That if they see anyone acting out of the context of the protest, then the safety protest warning can go out there and come and apprehend that person and wait for the rightful authority to come in. So when they lay out these things, guess what? When they are not just preparing themselves, but they are educating the younger generation as to how protest should be conducted in the public. So we look forward to the protest being a peaceful one, and we hope that they will do the best they can for us to see. But I think the government need to work with their restriction to ensure that that protest document that is set to be presented to the government is done on that day. So mobile model and the order need to come out. Another thing I want to mention here too is people are calling the protest a CDC protest. We got to stay away. The young man who came and said people let us say things in favor of something were in favor of them, he just defined himself to be in that same category because he said this is a CDC protest when you never heard any major person from the CDC defining the protest. We all know that mobile model is the one who organized the protest. Like I said initially, the protest is a collaboration of all Liberians, irrespective of your political background. You're going out there. There won't be, and I can say this with truth, unless some people want to, but it's not going to be a CDC organized protest where it will be done by CDC and stuff like that. And let me say this to the protester too. Do you want a peaceful protest or do you want a violent protest? A peaceful protest is one that you go peacefully. If you want to create a violent protest where you want to establish roadblocks, then of course you're going to have to deal with the police. So these guys who are going to be carrying out the protest, I wanted to have a huddle today or tomorrow to discuss. We have all the means of communication to reach out to people. So let the protest be a new day of how we conduct ourselves in the terms of protesting. But I think the people are all fired up, and we look forward to a peaceful protest window. I don't know.
So Rennie, let's divert a little bit. All right. The president of Liberia visited the United States quite recently. What do you make of the president's visitation?
Yeah, I think what I saw, Wendell, from the president's visitation can only be defined in two contexts. One is geographic, and the other is lack of vision. The geographic, if you split it up into two, it look at the culture and society perspective of things between Liberia and the United States. People are saying the president responded to Mr. Trump as, yes, sir, it's a gesture of good upbringing. But that is in the definition of our culture. But in the United States, where we as Black people are considered tutor for human beings, in the eyes of the white supremacy, that is a different environment. So unless people are educated to these things, it's going to be a long conversation where both sides will not agree unless someone from Liberia come to America and get to understand that. But here's the thing. President Boyka was not prepared at all to attend that summit. Why? Because every president that we listen to came with their vision and their policy. For example, the president of Gabon and Guinea-Bissau, they told Mr. Trump, we have the natural resources, we are prepared, and one of them said, if you're not even ready, we're going to look at another partner to work with us. The fact that these guys were able to list for every one of us what are the mineral resources they have. Contrary to that, Mr. Boyka is congratulating America on her 250th anniversary. This is not about a congratulation. This is about selling your contribution. But it only speaks to the fact that Mr. Boyka and people in his orbit are never prepared. Why? Because the president, from my count, has done over 14 trips. And most of the trips had to do with investment, whether it's in Tanzania or in the United States, in Dallas, Texas. He went to all the different investment workshop or symposium, whatever it is. The question here is, why Mr. Boyka was not able to articulate any letter from his arrest. If you listen to that conversation between he and Trump, along with our African president, President Boca did not mention any vision or policy for that arrest. So that tells you that the arrest is just a symbolic image that he used to get to power, but he has no vision. So it was a disgrace. Who don't know that we don't speak English? The Boca man himself met Barack Obama and Michelle Obama when he was vice president. During the war, did not see that. President Tubman met JFK. President Tubman met Nixon. Dole met Reagan, right? Ellen met Barack Obama and George Bush. We have met Biden and Palin or Trump. What were they speaking? English. But you see, Trump is a very smart guy. He tends to belittle people in some ways that people don't understand. And that's what happened. But the question here is, what did we get out of there? President Boca asked the United States to go do a mineral survey. But at the beginning of his term, he told the people at the State of the Union address or the State of the Nation address that the Chinese had done a full-blown survey. Now he came back again and said it was only 2 out of the 15 counties. So which statement should we take from President Boca? The inconsistency of Mr. Boca clearly indicates that he is not fit to lead. I'm not a medical practitioner to say because of his age, he having some memory loss. That would be something that is unprofessional on your platform. So I will focus on his inability to have a well-seasoned team to inform the people of Liberia as to what needs to be done. But his performance, Wendell, it was a flat-blown opportunity. Lastly, when President Trump asked him, where did you get your education? Wendell, they often say that you take the only opportunity chance you get to blow it up. He, instead of he saying yes, sir, he should have said, if you are well informed, President Trump, Liberia and America had a long-lasting relationship. The country was founded by free slaves, especially Monrovia, and the name Monrovia is named after somebody who used to be James Monroe that sit in the same office as you. We had street names, we had community across the country. We even have a county that is named after Maryland. And look at the flag behind you. Liberia flag and the United States flag share the same color in some similarity. So
okay,
Liberia, curriculum is the same as the United States. He missed on that opportunity window.
Randy, just I'm quite sure that we will, have another a segment of the show, maybe tomorrow or day after. But let's give you a meaning to get your parting comments because we've pressed with time.
Yeah, yes, and thank you for the opportunity. I just want to say a big thank you to all Liberians, especially those on your platform here. I want us to be very civil. Our generation is watching the foundation of our democracy. Everyone participating in our democracy. By the year 2080, the generation that will be existing will be defining on how we establish the foundation of our generation today as we move forward to this new dispensation of democratic process. So I expect everyone who's going to be part of the protest to be very disciplined, cordial, because what you do today will be a lesson learned for others to adapt and become better country tomorrow. We must learn to improve and not live to destroy each other. So thank you very much, Wendell.
Thank you. That's the voice of Randy Dapo. Let's go to our man Aliyu Masale. Aliyu, thank you. Aliyu have left us, Aliyu have left us, so we will just have to go like this. So
Okay,
want to say, all right, Randy, thank you for being a part.
All right,
So,
bye
folks,
now.
we'll be here tomorrow, God's willing, with the midweek presentation. We hope to have Randy back. God is going to be the prelude to the Enough is Enough protest. Thanks to all of you for being there. My name is Wendell Nimna. Esther Daku was here. Aliyu Masale was here. And J. Randy Dapo. Until we catch up with you tomorrow, do have a pleasant Tuesday.